Hello, y'all. I'm Geno Peoples, and I have been waiting for this moment for a while now, almost 2 months. Y'all, I can't tell you enough how excited I am to make this first video. Y'all gonna have to bear with me though. I still got a lot of kinks to work out, probably another month or two. Just kidding. I think we'll probably get it done a little faster than that, but we're not out of the woods yet. But it's getting a lot better. So just bear with me if there's anything you see that ain't quite right. Some of the lighting might not be perfect yet. I am still learning a lot of this stuff. There's a lot to this stuff. It's to be professional. I mean, I want this to be as perfect as I can. Sorry, my little cat here, Rembrandt. Okay. Sorry, y'all. This is my little cat, Rembrandt, or big cat, Rembrandt. He loves to paint too. That's why he got his name Rembrandt. Can you take my cat for a minute? Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, he likes to get up here and watch me paint, so this is his little hideout. Y'all will see him in the future, no doubt about it, but usually he curls up and goes to sleep. All right, so a little introduction about me. I know a lot of y'all probably have never heard of me or don't know me or whatever, but I've been out there a pretty good while. Say 2001, 9/11 actually is my first time I stroked paint on a canvas. So 25 years, and I come from a family of firstborn with a genetic gene, I guess, if you want to call it that, to paint. A lot of my brothers can't do a stick man. But here and there, I've been beating this craft for a while, and that's what I think it takes to get where I'm at. And God has been really good to me, y'all. I can't tell you enough. If God wasn't in my life, I don't think I'd be where I'm at with this art. Self-taught. I would brag about that, but if there'd have been somebody locally where I could have learned a lot more than what I did a lot faster, I'd have been all over it. I just didn't see where that was available to me, so I had to take this on my own. And thank God, God guided my brush all these years. So anyway, like I said, I've been doing this professionally for about 20 years now. Licensed and published. Have art all around the world. I'm very proud of that. It's made me a pretty daggum good living, and I guess there's enough said about that. I wanted to go into this not just to be solely 100% of the business and do my own thing the way I want to do it in this aspect, but I wanted to give back. And I think I've been teaching now for almost 18 years and giving back to my community. But I felt like I could reach a broader audience, and I want anybody and everybody within earshot of this video to watch what I do and share it with you. I'm going to be teaching art lessons. That's what I was going to get to now. So I'm going to start launching some tutorials soon, and hopefully by this weekend we'll have most of the kinks worked out. I'm going to show you some stuff here in a minute, but as far as painting and all, we're still making some adjustment with lighting. The focus is keeping up with my fingers. I don't want y'all to look like I'm, we're trying to get it where it looks really good and it hits that level of perfection. Going to be doing the paint lessons, online paint lessons. They're going to be very affordable. I'm going to try to break it down. We'll see, but my plans are right now to do something a little different than what most artists do. If I'm going to give away my secrets, I got to have people pay for them. But we're thinking about like an hour a week downloads to where you see like 1 week would be about how to paint a tree, exactly how I paint a tree from start to finish. The next week you'll have a video uploaded to you that'll be how I paint grass. And trust me, grass don't sound like it's that hard to do, but there's a lot to it. One of the hardest things I think it is to teach, and I've been teaching a long time. That seems to be the biggest struggle with my students. And then the next week it'd be how to paint wood, how I do fog, how I do hazes. When you see the early morning sun come up, rays coming through the trees, and the fog lays down or is lifting, the dew on the ground. A lot of people give me compliments about my smoke from a fire, the chimney. I love doing that, the transparencies. So each week will be an hour long at least video, excuse me, on exactly how I do whatever that subject matter will be that week. So it's a little bit different. It's kind of the way I teach my students too, and it's been very, very successful. But But anyway, we'll follow back up on this in just a minute. I just wanted to give y'all that introduction. Let's let's step inside my painting here, and I'll show you what we got here. So as you can see, and if you know my art, you know that I love to tell stories. Now, it didn't always start off that way. I wanted to tell stories with my art, but I had to keep pushing my brush and get better where I could start, putting the detail and the time that it took to do this, and just getting good enough to where I could tell a story with it. But as you can see here, I love to paint the 50s. That's just my favorite time era, and it's a time of innocence. Like here, the girl, God knows I wouldn't mind having a piece of that cake myself. But she's just having a ball with this cake, and her innocence, she's not thinking she's doing anything wrong. I mean, she's done kicked her shoes off, and she's up there and going to town with it. Mom's like, oh my goodness, how embarrassing is that, The baker guy, you can tell that's probably family. He knows them, and he's going, hey, it happens. So that's what I like to show in my paintings. And if you look carefully, you'll see, like right here, my wife, Stephanie, and you'll see my son's name, Nick. They're both very, very important people in my life. And you'll see their names in a lot of my paintings. You'll also see good friends of mine's names in there. My mom, my dad, I've done so many paintings with their names. But, usually I'll do a write-up and kind of give you an idea about the painting. That's what we're going to start doing more of for sure. And color. Now, I love color, but you can see the windows back here. Excuse me. You can see the glares. All that stuff right there shows depth in a painting. And you got the windows across the street that have glare, so you see a lot more glare in this area. But those are things that I like to pay attention to. So it's just things that I wanted to start my first video off with, letting y'all kind of know who I am, where I come from. Of course, you're not going to get to see me paint today, but it was just getting this thing started. I have waited long enough. So let me come back out here where I can talk to you face to face. I mean, it's even getting used to that streamer over there. I mean, just learning all this stuff it's an act. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lot of work. Got to keep up with everything. It's a one-man band. But I think that's pretty much all I want to cover on this video. But the next one we do will probably be in a few days, so I want y'all to stay tuned. Hopefully I'll be able to paint. I think we're right there at it where everything's going to keep up with it. We've got most of the kinks out, so just bear with me. We're going to get there. All right, guys, till I see you on the next video. Peace out.